Hey guys, what's up? This is Yeltcast, a podcast where we can talk about learning languages, about traveling abroad, and we always say that English opens doors to new opportunities, and our guest today is a living proof of it. English is essential to travel abroad, maybe to get a new job. And Júlio César, hi Júlio.
Hello, I'm good, and you?
Júlio is a living proof of it because he's got a new job.
Yeah.
Comes from learning English, and he's been in London.
I've been in London for 3 weeks, living in London, and I went to Scotland too.
Oh, great. We're gonna talk about it soon. Let's start talking about how was your experience as an Yelt student? You started here from the intro level, right?
Yeah, I started here in the intro level, and I studied the intro until the passage 2, that is the last level. I didn't know so many things in English, and I learned everything that I know here, so the Yelt, it's an important part of my life because I just learned the English because I studied here, so I have to congrats the Yelt, the teachers also, and the people who work here too, because they are a part of a family to me, because I learned the English here and it changed my life. It changed my life because I could travel to another country, that was my dream. I can work in the thing that I love, that is the English language. So the Yelt changed my life completely, So I have to congratulate so much the Yelt. Trust my time here. So it was a bet, So I will trust my time. I will study in Yelt. So if it works, it will be so good to me, and it worked, And then I'm living what I always want to live, like working in a thing that I love and travel to a place that I always thought to go, So that's it.
You concluded your course here at Yelt on the end of last year, right?
Yeah, for sure. I studied here in Yelt for 6 years. And I concluded the advanced level in December of 2023. When I concluded it in December, in January I received a job offer to work as an English teacher, and now I'm working as an English teacher, in a school.
Great. How did it happen? Did people already know?
People already know it because in my school also I had a better performance in English, so I didn't have any problem with English in my life, So it was very easy to understand and to speak with other people, so everybody knows, And then it was very easy to get this job offer because everybody knows that I speak in English, that I have a certificate, So it was very fast to get this job.
Do you have any tip for our audience about how to learn English if they're having some trouble on it? What would be your tip?
Don't be afraid, all right? Don't be afraid because you're learning, you're a student, so don't be afraid to speak, to listening, to write, to everything. No problem if you're wrong, and you can practice your English, you can listen, you can speak with other people, meet other cultures, meet other personalities of people, so it's good to practice. So don't be afraid because everyone wrongs, everyone can wrong, everyone can speak wrong, can listen wrong, so repeat, so it's normal, it's the part of the process, Don't give up. You will learn the language that you wanna, if you don't give up. So this is my tip for you. Keep trying and trying and trying. That's it.
Great. And there's one more thing that we want to talk about. Yeah, recently you've been in London, right?
Yeah. I've been in London for 3 weeks and for 5 days in Scotland too.
Great. And you went to London through Galley's exchange.
They give me total support. Yeah. I didn't have any problem with the company, with my airplane or my host family. I didn't have any problem. My school was very good person. I didn't have any trouble with someone, you know. So it was very, very good and a very good experience to me too, because I want to do it again.
And how was your experience? You were there as an exchange student, right?
Yeah. I've been there as an exchange student, you know, and it was incredible, awesome experience, because I can improve my English, you know. I can improve my skills to learn to meet other accent. That is an important subject to talk about, you know, because the accent is a little bit different, a little bit hard to understand, you know. But I didn't have any problem with my English there, you know, because some people, that specifically Brazilians, they speak in English in London, and the people know that you are Brazilian, you know. So, like, you know, speaking in a shop, and the person like speak to you, and they say, "Ah, you are Brazilian, right?" You know, because they know your accent. But I didn't have this experience. You know, I don't know why, but I didn't have this experience. Nobody knows that I was a Brazilian person, you know. So I have to speak. Oh no, I'm Brazilian to people, you know, realize that I'm a Brazilian. It was good because I didn't have any problem with my English. It was very easy to understand the accent too, but the accent of Scotland is hard to understand. Yeah, you like to speak. It was a little bit difficult, but no. It can be, you know, you can speak normally. You can speak normally because the English is a very global language, you know. The English is very global, so there are thousands and thousands of accents, you know. So nobody cares if you speak wrong or in a different accent. Probably they will understand you. But I didn't have any problem in England or in Scotland. Just some word that is different, you know, because I learned the American English, you know. So like subway station, I was speaking about subway station, but in England they call tube, you know. So just small things that make the difference, you know. But with my English, I didn't have any problem, you know. So it was very good. Also in my school, when I came to my school, they did an exam to know what level I am. And they did 3 exams to me: the speaking, the listening, and the write test, you know. And the write test, they give me a paper to write all the paper, like about everything, you know. And I write the whole paper. And then after this, I made the speaking language, the speaking exam, the speaking exam. And they spoke to me, they talked to me about my life, about my family, about my parents, about my job. And I said that I'm a English teacher too. And they just put me on advanced level. They didn't, no, yeah, you are in the advanced level. I don't have any trouble with this. No, you are in an advanced, you know. And it was very good because like it's a proof that the Yelt really works, you know, because I studied here and concluded the advanced level. And in the school in England, I made the exam and they put me on an advanced level too, you know. So it's a proof that Yelt really works because I studied here, and I learned here, and I can practice this there, you know. So it was perfect to me.
The native English speakers recognize.
For sure, yeah. The native person in England recognized that my English is advanced. It was very good to me and a very victory too. Sometimes I think with me like, oh, my English is really advanced, you know. So they said to me, yeah, your English is advanced, and they put me, in a class that has a lot of people in an advanced level too, and the method that they teach us, it's an advanced level too.
So you already have plans for traveling abroad again?
Yeah, for sure. Probably I will travel to England again, or Canada, or something else.
So you really loved England?
Yeah, for sure. I came back to my house crying, you know, because I didn't want to go back home, you know, because England is perfect. Some people said to me too, the food in London is bad and don't have flavor, you know. And I didn't have this experience because everywhere that I went, it was a very good food, you know. Also, my host family did a very good breakfast and dinners, you know. It was very good. I liked the food of England, the English food. The food and the people are the things that impressed me more in England, you know. And also the accent. Because it's a very good accent to learn because it's very beautiful, you know. And some things here I'm saying with British accent, like British, you know, because it's very good to say. I don't know, it's more beautiful than other accents, you know. It's like a personal opinion, you know.
So it wasn't hard for you to understand them and to be understood.
Yeah, and also speak in a British accent, you know, like the T. I think the most different thing in the British accent is the letter T, because they can say it in two forms, without the T and with the T. I will explain to you, like the word water, right?
Yeah,
water.
Right.
Yeah, they can say it in two methods, like water or water, you know. So I don't know why, but it's like bottle of water. It's like a bottle of water.
It's something that changed according to the region of.
Probably. I think like the north of London and south of London speak a little bit different, you know. Like my teacher in school said to us that to students they said with the T, like matter. But like in the streets, he said matter, you know. Yeah, so I don't know. It's like just accents that they say to us, you know?
And you were practicing by talking to people in London. But you were also at David Game College, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and it's also a place where you had the opportunity to learn too, right?
Everywhere you can practice your English in London, you know, everywhere, because there are people everywhere too. So you can speak, you can go to a restaurant or a coffee, you know, a cafe, to get some things. And so you have to think in English, you have to read in English, you have to speak in English, you have to do everything in English, you know. So it's good to improve yourself, you know.
Was there any funny situation while you were there?
Yeah. A lot of funny situations, but I went to the Tower Bridge in the day, you know. But I know that the Tower Bridge has some light at night too, you know. And then I want to meet the Tower Bridge at night too, because there are lights and it's a very beautiful place, you know. But the problem is, in London at summer, the weather, it's like the day, all the days day, all the days day, because like the sun goes down at 10 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 p.m. And like the things close at 7, at 9 p.m. everything's closed, you know. And also the tube station closed at 11 and a half, you know. And so, but I didn't know this information that the tube station closed at 11 and a half. I didn't know. So I went to the Tower Bridge at night. It was like 10 and a half. Normally, everything beautiful. But when I thought to come back, it was like midnight. I went to the tube station and nobody was there. You know, nobody was there. And everything is closed. Everything was closed. You know, everything was closed. And I was a little bit scared because I was alone in the center of London, far from my home. And to complete it all, I was without internet. Yeah, and then I had to go to the streets and speak to other people. How can I go to Leytonstone? That was the place that I lived in London. How can I go to Leytonstone? How can I go to Leytonstone? Oh, and the people said to me, you have to take this bus and stop in this place and take another bus, you know. And I was very scared and I got lost in the center of London, and that like midnight, you know. Yeah, and the streets was very empty. So to search for an information, I have to walk a lot. You know, I need to walk a lot because nobody was on the streets. You know, nobody. And the shops or something like pubs and coffee closed very earlier, you know, so nobody was on the streets. It was very empty. So I have to walk a lot and search for information with other people. And I took some wrong buses and I walked for like 2.5 hours and took 1 hour of wrong bus. Yeah, and then I came back at like 3 a.m. and I had to wake up to the school at 6 a.m. You know, so it was a little bit terrible to me, but everything was right.
Even with the wrong bus, to get information with these people was essential for you to get home. Right?
Yeah, for sure, because they said, you can go in this direction, so you can go a place that is next to Leytonstone, you know? And in London, there are many signs that you can follow. You know, the signs in London, I don't know, there are a lot of signs, a lot of signs. So if you get lost, you just follow the signs, you know? So you can go to this direction, and I went to this direction and saw a sign, Leytonstone there, and I walked. Yeah, it was a little bit terrible and I was scared, but everything came right, you know.
But imagine what could happen if you couldn't communicate in English, right?
Yeah.
English kind of saved your life.
Yeah, the English saved my life, because how you go home at midnight without nobody was on the streets, without speaking English? How can I get home here? It's impossible, because London is very big, very big, you know. So it can be so much harder if you don't speak in English, you know. So the English literally saved my life, you know, saved my life. I don't have any doubts with this, you know.
You already said that you were at Tower Bridge, right?
Yeah.
Which other famous spots in London did you meet?
So a lot of tourist points, you know. So first of all, I met so some people call Big Ben, but the real name is Elizabeth Tower.
Big Ben is the name of the clock, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like the Elizabeth Tower is like the, you know. And also I met the Tower of London, that is a castle in the middle of London, that is near from the Tower Bridge. You know, it's like if you go to the Tower of London, probably you can go to the Tower Bridge too. And the Big Ben, the Windsor Castle too. Let me think about museums. I think that London is a place to go. If you like it, you have to go to museums, because there are museums of World War and British Museum too. So it was a very good to know, because there are a lot of things. You can spend all your day just in one museum, you know. So it's very big, and that has a lot of things that you can see, you know. Also, I think some people don't say it as a touristic point, but I guess the River Thames, it's a touristic point, because like you go to the Tower Bridge and also you can see the river, you know. So it's a very good place to take photos and take some videos too, you know, record some videos, or, you know, to meet. And also a good thing in London too, it's the transport, because you can go everywhere, to every tourist point by tube, by bus, you know. It's very easy to take it in London, you know. But also, some people don't say it, probably people don't say it, but London is not the tourist points, you know. London is not just this, you know, like Big Ben, Elizabeth Tower, or something else, you know. London is not this, but the streets in London, you can go everywhere, like you can go and see the architecture, you know. So London is not just the tourist point. You can live the life, like go to the streets and go without thinking like, we'll go to this place. You can go just walk and, I found this. So I find some things, like, how can I say that? I find a lot of places that I didn't know of that these places exist. You know?
Expect.
Yeah, I didn't expect. Yeah, I just was walking and I found some beautiful architecture or structures. You know, some very beautiful things that you can find it on internet. You know, like just by walking, you can find a lot of things. You know, so London, it's a gift box. You know, it's a gift box because you can just walk and find very beautiful places. It's not just the tourist points, you know. So it's a city to discover, to explore, to walk, you know, to go everywhere that you wanna, and no worry about the tourist points, you know. But it's an important thing too, like the main question, you know.
People always say London is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. So I guess even walking through the streets is a great experience.
Yeah, exactly this. Like, obviously, the tourist points are very good to take some photos, but like, walk in the streets, like, very good too, you know, meet some places, some shops, see some prices in the market, you know, so all of this is a part of your life, you know, like living in London. So it's not just you go to this tourist point and that's it. No, it's not just this. So you can live the England life, you know, go to everywhere, go to markets, to coffee, and see everything, you know, because everything is an experience.
It's great to see that English is having a very positive effect in your life. You had a great experience in London, right? And now you have a job that comes from knowing English. So we here at Yelt are really glad for you. We're really proud. You know, it was great having you here today. So thanks for coming. It was a great talk.
Thank you so much.
So this was today's Yeltcast. It was great talking to Júlio, and we will be back soon with one more guest that will have great stories just like those ones, okay? So see ya.
Bye bye.